Right. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome back, if you've been here before. This is Stegil Megan Egg Out Degors. And that's in super secret spy language, in case you didn't understand a word of it, which you shouldn't. It was invented by children to bypass their parents, so they couldn't understand a word they were saying, and might as well be speaking French. Bonjour. So I'm out today in what has turned out to be a bloody glorious morning. It is Saturday, no it isn't. It is Saturday, December the 7th. Yesterday was the first day we had some snow across the UK. It absolutely tipped it down all day, so everywhere is soaking. But I thought I'd take the opportunity just to get out in the woods for a bit, get away from my computer, cook up some breakfast, why not, on the bush box. Maybe forage for some wild mushrooms. I've got a new book, I'll show you that later. And just generally have a nice laugh. Just brought a basic tarp today to set up, just as a bit of shelter, but as you can probably see, blue skies, no rain. Stopped in at the supermarket, got some provisions. Don't think I've got a big enough frying pan to cook it all. But I'm on a diet, so I've got to be watching them calories. Don't tell anyone. I've chose a different part of the woodland today to what I normally come to, because as I'm hoping to forage for some wild mushrooms, I've come to more of the deciduous area. It is mixed in with pine trees as well. There's lots of oak. I think there's a lot of beech in this area. So hopefully we'll find, well, I'm only really confident at identifying probably 3 mushrooms. The giant puffball, can't miss that one. I'm fairly confident I'd be able to identify the hedgehog mushroom. And that was on Hayes' latest video, if you've seen that. And I think I'd be okay at a chanterelle. But I'll probably need to take my eyes off the screen and start looking for them. I'll bring you back soon. So I'm just stoating through the woods, enjoying life. And it looks like the Forestry Commission that actually look after this woodland have been here in force in the last, well, few months since I've been here. A few months, maybe a few weeks. But yeah, just check some of this out. Devastation. I mean, I am sort of walking on a mountain bike trail, so I suppose they do have to keep the upkeep of it. But as you can probably see, I'm moving into more of the pine woodland again now, which is not really where I wanted to be if I'm looking for some mushrooms. But I'll keep following the trail, see where it goes. So here's the first edible that I found, and I believe it's called jelly ear or Jew's ear. It looks very much like a little floppy pig's ear. It is edible, and I think it's highly prized in China. That's what my book said. But I'll be leaving that here. I won't be eating that. I don't like the look of it, to be honest. Just came across this. Someone's constructed a neat little shelter. Not watertight, but probably with a bit of love, it could be made to be. Seen quite a few of these growing throughout the woodland. No idea what it is. There's a closer look. It's got some seed pods on the top. And here's the bark. No idea. Anybody knows? Drop it in the comments, please. So I've been walking for, I don't know, a good hour now. And other than the Jew's ear that's seen earlier and a couple of little bracket funguses that I've also seen, I haven't found anything else. I don't know if it's because of the torrent of rain we had yesterday. Potentially, it was like probably raining for about 20 hours yesterday. We did have a flutter of snow and sleet. So I don't know if it's just a mixture of all that. It's very damp everywhere. I've just started moving back into the pine area. So I've decided just to cook up what I brought with me. And then, lo and behold, just as I was about to stop, I've spotted this little beauty. Check this out. It is the find of a lifetime. So just round the back, at the base of this tree, I was just looking down there and I've come across these little beauties. Now let me just flip the camera. Look at these. An absolute perfect specimen. Chestnut mushrooms. Now these grow all over the country. They can be found in supermarkets up and down the land. I mean, I cannot believe that I've come across them. Come on, let's get breakfast on. Brought the Bushbox XL with me again today. Tried and tested. And I also cheated a bit today. Brought my own wood, some kindling. So what food did I bring? Well, you've already seen the mushrooms. And point of note, I did not bring all of this just for me. Most of it's going home. I think I said before I'm on a diet, so I've got lean bacon medallions. I'll have a couple of them. Bit of black pudding. Couple of Cumberland sausages. And on the top of it, some white sourdough. I've never had that before. And what I didn't consider is that I might need butter, because that might be quite dry. Find out soon. Right, let's get the fire lit. And if you're going to cheat with a wood, you might as well cheat properly. All right, let's just let that get going. Now it's just a waiting game. Let's get the kettle on first. Here's something you've not seen on the channel before. This is where I keep all my coffee, sugar, spare lighter, sauces, salt and pepper, mayo. Every time I go to like Wetherspoons, somewhere like that, I grab a few extras. You never know when they're going to come in handy. They fit quite well in this Snug Pack 1 litre. I've actually got 2 of these, and in my other one I keep a lot of sort of med kit. I also bought, whew, getting smoked out. Jesus. Right, smooth. So while the kettle boils, I also bought this with me today, and this is a shameless steal that I got off, I think it was Simon in the Woods channel. It's my little spice kit, so I'll quickly show you that. So it's just a ammunition folder made by Savage Island, picked it off eBay. I think it was only about £8. And then inside it holds all of your ammo. And I don't know if you've seen, you probably would have seen Simon's video before, but inside that we put these little, I think they were 50ml vials, also off eBay. And in this one I've got salt. And in fact, I ground up that much sea salt that the first 4 are all salt. Then we've got a couple of pepper. It's a great little idea. And then right at the end, I've got some of this bad boy. Now this is super duper spicy. This is made by one of my good friends, and he actually sells this. The product's called Drub, and this is the hottest one that he does. And I only usually need about a 1/4 teaspoon of this, and that will do me and the missus and make a really super spicy meal. So it's handy to have that in there as well. And then these ones are just empty at the moment. I'll probably end up filling them with Italian herbs, probably garlic powder, that kind of thing. But yeah, wasn't my idea. Saw it on Simon's channel, blatantly copied it, and I suggest you do the same. Cheers, Simon. Safety first, people. Good job I brought my gloves. Keeping it simple today. Didn't bring the big bushcraft TBS bore. I've just brought along, what was it called again? There's a video up about it. Victorinox Farmer. That was it. Just using it for cooking, so didn't need anything extravagant. Now logic tells me that I should wait for that to die down before I put the frying pan on it. Probably got time as well, to be fair. But where's the fun in logic? 1 calorie spray, which I put about 10 sprays in, so 10 calories. God's sake, do the math. Chilling down without the heat of the fire. Time to get the trusty hat back on. Using a different cup today, after one of my other subscribers, well, actually I don't know if they are a subscriber or not, but they commented on one of my videos about the Kapilka that I normally use, and it doesn't hold its heat too well. Its thermal properties are pretty wank, to be honest. So I thought I'd go back to the trusty stainless steel cup, give that a go, and that's holding the heat a treat. So cheers to whoever that was that made that comment. And the last thing to add, the wild foraged mushrooms. I've forgotten my fork, so I'm having to use a teaspoon to eat the breakfast, but fear not, we'll make do. The only question left to answer. Brown or red? Ooh, which one would you choose? Let me know below. I'm gonna go... I'd usually go brown. I'm going red today. Maverick. I mean, it probably don't look that great, but I haven't had anything to eat all day. I'm starving, and I am looking forward to this. Check it out. Beautiful. Now, just while I was pondering that, when I was making the breakfast, do you know what black pudding is? I know I have some viewers across the pond over in the States. Oh, that's toasting nicely, hold on. But yeah, I don't know if it's like an English thing, or do you have it? So wherever you are in the world, let me know. Do you know what black pudding is? And if you do you eat it? I love it. Brunch is nearly ready. The last thing is, I think if I stick one of these bits of bread, well, I'll go for the smallest bit, seeing as I'm on a diet, on top of the bush box. It might toast it. That's the plan anyway. So I'm just going to leave that on the corner of the bush box there, now that it's kind of dampened down and the flames aren't licking up, and hopefully we'll see some toast in a minute. There's something about cooking outdoors. I know everybody says it, but unless you have actually done it, it just tastes so much better. I suggest getting out there and giving it a try if you haven't done. Bring a fork though. The wild seasoned foraged mushrooms. Pretty good. Might get another couple of bits of wood to go on, because I think I might have another cuppa actually. I don't normally have two in a row. But the first one tasted so good, it'd be rude not to. Not too bad. Dry. I thought it would be. Let's get it in the breakfast. Need to breathe some life into that fire. So in my kind of fire kit, where I keep my birch bark and bits and bobs, I also keep one of these. Jesus Christ. It's a pocket bellow. And this extends out. You can blow down into the fire. It's perfect for going in a little window of the bush box. There you go, simple as that. Well, breakfast was superb. In fact, it was so good, I didn't finish filming it. I just ate it. But what I will show you is what I normally do with my pans when I've finished with them. It just helps cleaning them so I can get them as clean as possible before I take them home. So I like to put it back on the fire with a bit of water in, just to let it boil away. And usually I'll have some washing up liquid with me as well. I also keep a scourer as part of my kit, just to give the pan a quick wipe, and then it'll just go back in until I get home. And there you have it, pretty clean. I can take the rest of it out with a baby wipe if I really wanted to. But that's good enough till I get home. I'll just clean the back bit as well of all the soot. Here's the little book that I was talking about earlier. It's the Collins Gem Food for Free by Richard Mabey, I don't know. But it's a great little pocket-sized book. There's my baby hand. It's about the same size as that. And it's packed with information. Pictures. Well worth putting inside your bag or inside your coat pocket and taking it with you. You know, it's mad to think that this channel's now been running about 10 months. And as we draw to the close of the year and enter 2021, I think most of us will be safe to say we'd leave 2020 behind. But I think 2020 is always going to have a bit of a special place in my heart because without it, I wouldn't be sat here talking to you now. My channel wouldn't exist. I wouldn't have learnt loads of new skills. I wouldn't have met some of the amazing people that I've met throughout the year. So this is just a little thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel, to everybody that has dropped a comment below, and a real special thank you to some of the people I met up with, like Mike, the Cheshire Wanderer, Jonathan from My 24-Hour Adventure, JP Outdoors, who came along to Mike's outdoor camp, and the Primitive One for that awesome canoeing trip that we did. I hope that next year I'll be able to enjoy more adventures with more people on YouTube. I've got some wild camps planned that have been planned for the last couple of months, but obviously have taken a bit of a turn for the worst with COVID. So you guys who I touched base with, them plans will still happen next year. Just bear with it and we'll get there. But most of all, a big thank you to all of my family who've supported me, just leaving them for hours on end and coming out to the woods just to get out and enjoy myself and let me do the things that I want to do. And sorry to my wife for the endless amounts of money that I spend on new gear. Speaking of which, she bought me a sleeping bag for my birthday that I haven't used yet, not been on the channel, so hopefully it was for winter as well. Hopefully you'll get to see that soon. So I'm not sure if this will be my last video before Christmas. It is only a couple of weeks away now. I hope you're all ready. But if it is my last video, then I hope you all have an absolutely superb Christmas, a splendid new year, and I'll see you in 2021. Peace out, my bushcraft brethren.